Crayon Show on Sunny 88.7 FM. Starting this February, join me on pertaining to women and children, even the family inclusive. Don't forget it's a Cradle to Crayon Show right here on Sunny TV every Friday morning from 9:30 to 10 and a repeat broadcast on Saturdays from 9:30 to 10. We'll talk on issues that you want to hear about your children and issues on women.
Praise for the mercies for bringing us this far, and we say God bless every one of you. Cradle to Crayon Show, over the years you've been with us, and we are grateful for the gift of life, and we cherish you for your feedback, your comments, and everything that you do for us. My name is Abin. I welcome you all to Cradle to Crayon Show right here on Sunny 88.7 FM. Don't forget we are live on TV, Sunny TV. We are live there, even on our Facebook pages, Cradle to Crayon Facebook page, and also Sunny FM and Sunny TV Facebook page. We are there joining the discussion. Let's have an amazing time this morning. We are grateful to our sponsors, Back Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, and also to Rohi Children's Clinic. In the course of the show, we'll open up phone lines, we'll pick your voice notes, and then my guest here will answer you. Now, how future ready are our children? Beyond the good grades that we're expecting that they get in school, how are we ensuring that they're able to think critically, manage their emotions, and even solve problems in this fast-paced world that we find ourselves in? This morning, we want to talk about shaping tomorrow's leaders. I have here my pediatrician. She usually starts the year with us. We want to discuss how we are helping the children chart their career path and how they are growing in the future, how we want to see them. But before then, we'll take a break, a message from our sponsor, Rohi Children's Clinic. A time with Dr. Abna, she talks about allergies. We'll be back.
When I was a kid, we had this guy in our class who was always sneezing or blowing his nose. And nobody wanted to sit with him in class because we're all afraid we'll catch a cold. Now I know better. Kids who do that may have allergies, Sadly, such kids suffer quietly because no one pays any attention. Some people even label them as annoying. Most allergies are mild, but any kid with allergies can have a severe life-threatening reaction if the circumstances are right for that. But help is available. So talk to your child's doctor and let's make life easier for our kids with allergies.
Clinic and Back Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center. Now, at Rohi Children's Clinic, children receive more than treatment. They receive full attention in a caring atmosphere. Their services include specialized care for disease of babies, children, and adolescents. There's well child clinics, laboratory services, health screening, school health services for new entrants and continuing students. They are ready to serve you from Monday to Friday, from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays, they are open till 2 p.m. Locate Rohi Children's Clinic at Adenta Reese Junction or call them on 0200 342 960 or 0592 053 234. Website is www.rohicc.com. Rohi Children's Clinic, experience total care. Now visit Back Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center for your fertility, maternal and general health concerns. Their services include IVF, IU, and other fertility services. They do child health and pediatrics, women's health and gynae, obstetrics and maternity, internal medicine, general OPD care, inpatient care, surgical service, that both general surgery and plastic surgery, the theater service, and also laboratory and ultrasound scan service. Locate them right here. They are in Accra, in Taifa, or call them on 0558 862 292 or 0592 196003. Back Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, integrity and excellence in health care. Our WhatsApp number this morning is 0540 130 684. Drop us a message, WhatsApp message, and also send us a voice note. My guest, Dr. Hilda Mantibia Boy, President of PSG. Dr. Boy, Afishapa. And the whole year, cry me who? The whole year, I've not set eyes on you. Afishapa. This year?
Oh no, this year. No.
It's a fresh year. The whole year. Can you imagine? I go by the whole year without setting eyes on you.
This year is how many days?
Hey, there's a whole year. How's your year been so far? Today is 9th. Is it 8th? Yeah.
9th.
How's the year been so far for you?
So far, so good. It's been a period of reflection, reflecting on the past year, some of the things that worked, those that didn't work,
Mm-hmm.
and looking at the way forward for 2026. But it's been a good year so far. I'm thankful for all the blessings. I've been counting them, and I still haven't finished counting them. Indeed, there have been a number of challenges, but thankfully, once we have life and we have God, we know that we are winners ultimately. Yes, and I'm thankful. Looking forward to a bright future. Yes,
And a bright future.
yes.
Great, great, great. We're looking at shaping tomorrow's leaders. What does this whole thing? I say a thesis topic. What does it mean?
Yeah, be.
And I'm kind of shaping tomorrow's leaders. What are we looking at?
All right. The world is changing, and things are moving quite fast. We want children to be able to do well now and when they are grown up. They will be the ones who will be president, who will be vice, who will be MPs, who will be the farmers, the teachers, the doctors, the engineers, the plumbers, the different professions. They will be the ones. Ultimately, they'll be the ones solving problems for us. And there's now a lot of technological advancements and all, so we want the children to be able to read first of all, to be able to write, to be able to communicate, to be able to think critically, and to be able to solve problems ultimately. And before they can do this, it also means that they need to be well physically and they need to be well emotionally too. So they need to have good food and they have to be in an environment where they are safe and have a balanced life.
Okay, okay. Talking about thinking critically, emotionally, and all that, it means we are driving ourselves into the workspace. And we are talking about their careers, how we are charting their careers. You realize that I don't know how long this has been in existence, but some parents more often decide on the careers that they want for their children. So they say, for this family, they are lawyers in Kwa or doctors in Kwa. By force compulsory, this is what you have to do. What's your take on that?
Everyone is born with a certain purpose and with a certain interest, with a certain passion, with what they are able to do easily, naturally. So it comes to them easily. They are able to do it without struggle, without working too hard at it. And there are other skills that everyone needs to learn to be able to do well and to be able to balance it. There are different personalities, some introverts, some extroverts, and all, and hobbies and passions. So everybody is different. Now, if you are in a family of, let's say, doctors or lawyers or farmers or whatever it is, we cannot all do the same job. All of us are here to solve a certain problem, and whatever profession that you are in, you are solving a certain problem that humanity needs. Okay, if you are an entertainer, you are solving a certain problem. So
Okay.
it is not really about the career that the person is choosing, as in it definitely has to be this or that. One of the guiding things should be that the person has to have an interest in whatever career that they choose. And for children, it keeps changing. At one point, I want to be an air hostess.
Somebody at a point, I want to be a pastor. Then the next month they change, and I want to be a doctor. The next time, my boys, every I say it keeps changing.
Yes.
Say, want to be a owner of a fuel station because there's money. That's what they are looking at. Which is when you're buying for, there's a lot of money they are
Money,
collecting. I
yes,
want to be a owner of a
yes.
fuel station. The next time it
Yes.
changes.
Yes, so it will keep changing. And at a point, there will have to be a balance between how they are doing academically, the match with whatever profession they want to go in, their interests as well. So it keeps changing as much as possible, though they need to be exposed to the various professions. You can read about it with your child. When you watch TV with a child, you can point them to this profession, tell them a little bit about it, read about it, and get to know what it is about. And where, let's say, if you have a friend who is a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, a farmer, a plumber, whatever the profession is, you could actually ask them to go and have a look
Okay,
at
so these
the
are
person
ways that we are
working
helping them
to choose
Okay.
the career
Okay.
eventually.
Okay.
But then we will not encourage parents to say that definitely this child has to do this profession, because at a point they may just go to school for you. There are a number of my classmates who are not even actively practicing medicine anymore. And for some of
But they
them, you
went to
may have
medical
no.
school.
Yes, they went to school,
Okay.
they graduated, they are doctors, but then they are not practicing medicine.
They have
Some
other
are
careers
doing
that they are-
other things,
Okay.
and they've
Okay.
left the medicine because they don't
Okay.
have an interest in it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, so the interest
Somebody
matters.
says spent all this time, all this money to go to medical school, and end of the day, you just put it down somewhere.
Yes, life is a journey. It's a journey. So if at a point you realize that this is really not what I want,
It's not doing it for you.
and it's not working
Okay,
for you,
okay.
would you kill yourself by just continue to do it just because people expect you to do it, when you could do other things that give you joy, that give you peace, and make you happy? So there are a lot of considerations.
Okay.
So essentially, parents should not force their children into certain careers. They could guide them and encourage them, help them, support them with whatever. It's also important that parents let their children know that, okay, with this one that you are choosing, maybe the income, maybe average income per year that those in this profession get is this, or that for this is this. And all that can help them to choose. In any case, if you are passionate about something that does not fetch money to be able to take care of you and your home, you definitely have to look at another thing in addition that will help to pay your bills, that will help to give you an income. And if the one that you are passionate about, there's something additional that you can do or value that you can add to that particular profession. I'm just giving an example. If you're a farmer and you want to be able to make it big, you can add value to the produce that you are making. So if, let's say, it's granules that you are growing, you could then decide that you will make granule paste, you will make this, you will make that,
Go the extra mile. Yeah.
go an extra mile to add value to whatever you are doing, and do it well. If you do whatever you're doing well, your chances of being at the top of that profession goes up. So value addition is one of the key takeaways for everybody. No matter what you're doing in this world, add value to yourself and add value, because it is that value that everyone is looking for. That added value. If I go somewhere to buy kinky and everyone is selling the same thing, but there's one who is doing it with better packaging, who is doing it with a good smile, who is, giving me the kind of service that makes me feel on top of the world, I will go for that one who is adding that value that I'm looking for. So we all need to consider it in our workplaces, wherever it is. So we need to teach the children to be aware that they should add value wherever they are. So it's not really about the profession alone. It's about what you're doing and how you are also making ends meet or able to care for yourself. No parent will be there forever to take care of a child who has grown up. You will have to be responsible. So whatever it is, just make sure that it's also able to put food on your table, and it's something that is not breaking the law. It's not every job that is
Legal.
acceptable or legal. Exactly. So it shouldn't be one that is breaking the law. It should be something that is legal, something that is decent, something that your conscience will not struggle with because you are thinking, oh, this is something bad. No, once it's something good, you are solving problems, it's not illegal, you are happy doing it, you are making your income to take care of yourself, it should be fine. Because sometimes when parents push their children like that, they become confused and
frustrated at times.
Frustrated and unhappy too. Some may end up getting depressed just over this. So it's important that we try to listen to the children, to expose them to the various professions, but listen to them. And then we also need to now empower them in the area of computer skills, digital skills. With
how early are we looking at all these? Intentionally making them they acquire these skills. How early is it when they are going to the uni to make a decision on the course they want to do, or from the senior high, or even as young as, they say, 7 years, you know that the child has this skill, this is what he's interested in, so let me push him towards that path. How early?
So from the time, I'll just say that from the time that they start talking, from around 2 years, it's not like going to be intentionally talking about career or profession or all that, but all these skills, some of these problem solving skills, as the child is playing, as the child is there, you should encourage the child to ask questions, to critique things, not just take everything as it is. So if they're asking you a question, Mommy, why are we doing it this way? Daddy, why are we doing it this way and not that way? You should not get offended, because they need to learn. When the toys at home, they are dismantling and putting them back together and all that, that may be somebody who will have an interest in engineering or fixing things, in the future. So some of these things reveal the interests of the child. There may be someone who is interested in drawing a lot, has very good artwork, so you encourage them, and it may even start as a hobby. You encourage them and they will gradually fine-tune the art or whatever it is that they are doing. Some good athletes, they may like swimming, for example, or running or football. All these are things that we can encourage our children to do, and they could develop or get better in it. Discipline is also another very important thing that we cannot not talk about. If you are not disciplined, it's a problem. It will follow you. It will
not take you anywhere.
Yes, no matter how high you rise, indiscipline will bring you down. It's important from early on that we teach the children to know routines, to know systems, to know rules and regulations, and the importance of abiding by them. In the home, if you have a time that you expect the children to be awake, you let them know and you try to work towards it. If it's a school day, let's say by 5 a.m., 5:30, 6 a.m., depending on who you are, where you are, 7 a.m., that's entirely up to you. You know that
so in
it's
this
just
home, 12 minutes to top of that. Let's open our phone lines.
All right.
Number to call is 0540-130-684. 0540-130-684. Just send us a voice note or send us a message. Dr. Boy here is here to answer. We say thank you to our sponsors, Back Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, and also to Rohi Children's Clinic. Yes, Dr. Boy.
All right. So the discipline is very important. Allowing the children to also participate in the house chores. If you have a nanny or a house help who is with you helping you, don't allow them to do all the work. Let the children be involved in it. When their dishes are dirty, they should learn how to clean it. It's all part of taking responsibility. And from an early age, if they have these skills, it helps them to become independent in future. Then there's also emotional intelligence. They need to learn they need to know about their emotions, how to control their emotions. They need to know how to read the room. The person that read the room.
Okay.
That your sibling, if the person is upset, that is not the time that you go standing on the person to give you something or to play with you, So recognizing other people's emotions, being able to give people space when they need it, being able to wait in line.
Our parents call Efie Nyansa any school Nyansa, no?
Partly, yes.
Okay.
Partly.
Okay.
Yeah. All of us, as we were growing up, you go out with your mother, then your mother will be blinking.
That look alone, you will freeze. You stop what you are doing.
Yes.
Okay.
So little bits, learning about empathy. It's up to us, the parents, up to us, the caregivers, to teach these children these skills because they do not know them. They are not born with all these skills. Some may innately have some of these personality traits or skills already, but majority children need to be taught and need to be groomed, and that is why they come in the form they come. They come not knowing anything, they come soft, they come small. You can mold them gradually as they grow into that human being that they need to be, with discipline, with a good sense of responsibility, with their education, with their skills, the other skills, problem solving, critical thinking skills that we've spoken about. These are important to make the person a whole human being who can live life independently and contribute meaningfully to the development of the country, most importantly, and be able to live with others in peace and harmony.
Okay. With that being said, I want to look at our educational system. Do you think they are preparing our children for real life, or is just for exam scores? So there's more like grades, or they are giving them a skill that when they are out of school, they can. I remember in school, there was one exam, they were going to draw a gamma lizard. And you had to memorize all the parts. You are doing pi, r square, you are doing all those things. Is it just so pass and get 100%, and then when you're out of school, that is it, or get a skill?
All right, so many times parents are very interested in the child getting like an A, a 1, or being the topmost in the class. And I must say that needn't be, or it doesn't necessarily have to be the goal or the aim. And the educational system as we have it, people are taught literacy skills, numeracy, some problem solving, some critical thinking skills and all. Could it be better? I think it could be better. It could be much better, made a bit more practical, more developing things based on the information or the things that they are learning in class. If you are learning science, you are learning parts, machine parts and things, simple machines, you could be able to develop some of them within the schools. It may take us a bit of time to get there, but everything starts with a vision, because we as a country, we must be sick and tired of importing so many things by now, and we should have a vision of being able to produce many of the things that we use, and also adding value to the things that we have within the country, our raw materials, the food that we are getting, the tomatoes, the pepper. Every year there is bumper harvest across the country for some of the crops, and every year when you watch TV, you will have reports of a lot of these stuff
going bad. Can even be processed.
Yes. And with all the education that we all have, with all the education that our leaders have, our politicians have, those heading institutions, we expect that many of the problems that we see now as a country, we should not be seeing them. It will take us a bit of time, but it will also take a critical mass of Ghanaian citizens who say, no, we want development. This is how we want it. We don't think it's far-fetched. We don't think it cannot be done, because the knowledge is not the problem. Often it is the leadership and the right systems being put in place. I struggle to understand why, as a country, we have so many youth, we have so many unemployed people, we have so much land, fertile land, and agriculture is not one of the main things that is solving our problems in the country in terms of employment. It goes across sectors, because we can add value, and that will solve a lot of our problems that we have, unemployment and all, food shortages, all that, reduce the importation of some of the things, some of the vegetables, the food and all that. It can help to reduce it. We import a lot as a country, and if we allow our education, the skills that we are being taught as a country, we should move much faster than we are now. And many of these things are very doable, because for the countries that have done it, for the countries that have been able to transform, the transformation came through education. And it came through putting into practice the things that have been learned, the skills that have been taught. It came about because people were willing and ready to challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
It's not okay just because person A or person B says it's okay. Why is it not like this? It could be like this. Why is it not like that? When voters are educated, they apply the education, they are not likely to just vote party A or party B or party C because in my family we vote this way. They will critically appraise whatever political party, whatever they are proposing in their manifesto. And when they come and they are governing the country, they are going to mark them. And when it is time to vote again, they are going to say that, okay, you said you do this, you did not do it. I may have voted for you the last time, but I'm not going to be taken for a ride. The 4 years or so should be enough for you to do whatever you said you would do because you had the purse, you had the power, you had the authority to do whatever needed to be done. So the education that we get as a people should transform our lives, and it should not be a case where people will rather use their smartness to outwit people or to steal and conceal well because they have the knowledge and they are able to do it. So it cuts across a lot of things, but I hope that as we grow as a nation, as a country, we prioritize taking good care of our children. We prioritize giving them homes that are safe, families that are interested, communities that are interested in these children's growth and development, and an educational system that will give children the skills to challenge the status quo and to be able to build rather than to destroy.
Okay. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I mean, globally, you know, now there's technology, there's AI, you can sit at home and use somebody's picture to do whatever. How are we preparing our children for that? In so doing, how do you preserve our Ghanaian culture, our values, and our identity? You know, sometimes we end up negotiating on our values. How do you make sure that they are still sticking to our values and then they still will stick to the technology, whatever they need to do to be able to get to where they need to get to?
We need to continue to encourage our people to be proud of who they are as Ghanaians. When I was in the US some years ago, this was medical school exchange, I realized that all the children were wearing caps with Michigan on. The shirts, the t-shirts had Michigan on.
The whites?
The whites,
Okay.
yes. Because like that was their country, that was the state that they were born in. So unconsciously and intentionally, the children were being conditioned to know that this is my country, this is my town, it's part of my identity.
I need to wear it
this
proudly.
is who I am. Yes. If I had a gift to bring to somebody, I mean, assuming I gave you a shirt with Accra written on it and a shirt with maybe NY written on it, which would you be most happy about? I will not listen to the answer. Yes, but it is part. No.
Okay, I'll tell you when you are done.
So it is part of the problem that we have as a country, and the government has a lot of work to do there. These things, it's a science, you know, so we have to intentionally do some of these things. Condition the children. For the adults, I mean, maybe they are gone. You may not be able to do much about it. But for the children, we can start with them. Talk to them about their national identity. Then the language is another thing.
Language,
Now many families are not using the local languages at home. And the children are speaking, some of them are speaking broken English. They cannot speak the English properly because their parents may not be that educated, but they are also refusing to use the local languages at home. The local languages are good. When your child is able to speak more than one language, it helps them with their learning. It helps to make them all-rounded, to be able to easily multitask. So we should not lose the local languages. Let's teach our children at home to use the local language, whichever one that you are comfortable with. Teach them to use the local language. That's another thing. Truth telling. honesty, responsibility, and being open-minded. These are other things that we can teach the children. If it is A, it should be A. If it is B, it should be B. Right from home, we can teach the children to know and understand this. If your father happens to be someone who earns, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis, through corruption, this man has many cars. This man has many concubines. This man
You want to go there?
No, I don't want to go there. Okay. So and the children know, they learn. So then in a way they also know that corruption is good. You can enrich us. So we should teach the children honesty, and we should use our lives to model what we want the children to be, because when they see, they learn, and they become. They are more likely to become you than anybody else, because you are always present. You are their first hero or heroine that they'll ever know or believe or trust. So we need to teach our children these skills intentionally too.
Okay, we need to teach them these skills. Thank you so much, Dr. Boy. Time is up already. Thank you so much, those who listen. I hope you're enjoying your holidays. Some are still in bed. Don't forget, same time tomorrow morning, 9:30 will be a repeat broadcast on Sunny TV. Have a good. Enjoy your holidays, a long weekend. See you back at work on Monday. Bye-bye.
My name is Abigail. I'm the host of the Cradle to Crayon Show on Sunny 88.7 FM. Starting this February, join me on Sunny TV as I bring to you the Cradle to Crayon Show every Friday morning from 9:30 to 10 a.m. I host gynecologists, pediatricians, pediatric nurses, clinical psychologists, midwives, speech therapists, and so many as we discuss on issues pertaining to women and children, even the family inclusive. Don't forget, it's a Cradle to Crayon Show right here on Sunny TV every Friday morning from 9:30 to 10, and a repeat broadcast on Saturdays from 9:30 to 10. We'll talk on issues that you want to hear about your children and issues on women. Stay tuned.